Verbal Riot.
What's happening, y'all? It is early as shit over here, but that's okay because I am very happy to be doing a review or a reaction to the new Michael Jackson biopic that's coming out very soon. Guys, I am a huge Michael Jackson fan. I grew up with Mike. I don't think people who aren't from my generation or before really understand the importance of Michael Jackson and what he contributed, man, to music. It was a whole thing, dude. Like I grew up, I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s kind of thing, but I grew up with my family listening to the Jackson 5. And you have to understand Michael Jackson was a phenomenon. He wasn't even like an artist. He was like this thing that just appeared and kind of took over the world, man, especially in the early to mid 80s, man. There was nothing like Michael Jackson. And don't get me wrong, he was great in the 90s, great in the 2000s, but obviously Thriller is what really kind of put him over. And what's funny about that for me is like I am a hardcore Michael Jackson fan. I am diehard, okay? And for my money, his best album has always been Off the Wall. I feel like Off the Wall was Michael Jackson at his most soulful, at his grooviest, man. Like that album, for me, it is definitely top 5 of greatest albums of all time. Okay, like I think Off the Wall is like literally some of the best shit you'll ever listen to. But again, that just goes back to the genius of Michael Jackson, man. And yes, guys, by the way, I am going to simp hard. I don't care. I am very biased. I am a huge Michael Jackson fan. So yes, I am looking forward to this trailer. I love the first teaser trailer. I hope they give us a little bit more. But and as early as it is right now, right? My grandmother used to say, we're up at Satan's ass crack, right? Like I don't know why my grandmother used to say that, but she did. But as early as it is and as tired as I am right now, there is like an excitement in me. I cannot wait to watch this trailer and just talk about it, man. Like I don't know what we're going to see. I don't know what they're going to cover, right? There's a lot of areas to talk about with Michael Jackson's life. So I'm just curious where they're going to go with this. But enough talk. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. And hopefully I don't get fined by YouTube for doing a trailer reaction. There we go. All right, here we go.
You're confident. You're strong. You're beautiful.
This is a trailer
You're the
reaction.
greatest of all time.
Let me tell you something. In this life, you're either a winner or you're a loser. Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
That's Coleman Domingo
Yeah,
playing
because I sure as hell
Joe
out.
Jackson.
Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
I need to hear you a little louder. Y'all willing to fight for it?
Yes, sir.
Ready whenever you are, Michael.
Dude, I'm already feeling this, man. I'm already feeling it.
You want to be the biggest store in the world?
We need to capitalize on Michael's success because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola. And we need to start selling. So I'm planning an international tour.
Guys, I just I didn't want to pause it, but I had to. Like getting Coleman Domingo to play Joe Jackson is inspired casting. Like this guy looks exactly like Joe Jackson. This was like whoever casted this deserves all the awards, man. Anyway, I just think god damn, he looks good.
This is just the beginning.
I need to think.
I told you what to think.
I love my family, but I just want to do my own thing. Just have all these ideas in my head. Just got to get them out.
And do it, Michael. Not a little boy anymore.
People always told me, be careful what you do.
Also, I can't think of his name right now, unfortunately, because it's kind of early. But this kid playing Michael Jackson, man, he's actually Michael Jackson's real life nephew playing the part, and he looks so good, man. He looks like I can't wait for this.
Michael, I knew you were different the moment you were born. You have a very special life.
And mother always told me, be careful who you love.
I believe music can change the world.
To the love becomes the joy. Bitter cheese, not my love.
Spread love,
Bitter cheese,
joy,
my love.
and peace.
Yeah.
That is what I want the world to feel. Magic.
Oh, I can't wait, man. April 24th. Okay, so we got a little ways to go, but yeah, that was a good trailer. That was a really good trailer. You know, Jafar Jackson, by the way, that's the kid playing Michael Jackson. Jafar Jackson. Again, his real life nephew. So that's kind of cool. I love this trailer, man. I mean, seeing Coleman Domingo as Joe Jackson, seeing Nia Long play his mom. I have a lot of expectations, big expectations for this film. I think it's going to be incredible. Now, obviously, I'm biased, so this is more wishful thinking on my part than it is facts. But you know what, man? It's funny. People always accuse me of not being excited for things, especially when it comes to movies lately. I am excited for this. There are some movies I am very excited for this year. This being one of them, right? Street Fighter being another one. You know, Spider-Man, believe it or not, Brand New Day. I'm actually looking forward to that movie. So there are some movies I'm looking forward to. Project Hail Mary, another movie I'm looking forward to. But this one is literally top of the list for me, just because I need to see it, right? And just from what we saw in the trailer, man, it looks like they're gonna cover a big span of Michael Jackson's career, from the Jackson 5 to the later Jacksons, right? People always forget about, like, the Jackson 5 wasn't just him as a kid. The Jacksons as adults, you know, they were still the Jackson 5. You know, they went by the Jacksons, though, when they got older. But Michael was still part of the group, you know. We had songs like, you know, Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. What's the other song? Blame It on the Boogie. I'm sorry, is another one. It's early, guys. Dancing Machine. All I Do Is Think of You. There's so many songs from the older Jackson group, and that people just forget about for some reason. And like I said, him going solo with Off the Wall, like, again, my favorite album of all time. Thriller, Bad, Dangerous. I mean, I can go on and on. Guys, I don't need notes on this, right? I am a hardcore Michael Jackson fan. I could probably just name you all of his hits, all of his number ones right off the top of my head, right? Like, without looking at anything. Like, I love Michael Jackson. Now, I am curious about what they are going to cover, because, again, we're talking about 4 or 5 decade span of just his life in the public eye. You know, the controversies, obviously, that's a big thing. That's like the elephant in the room. Are they going to talk about, you know, the alleged and factless, blameless accusations they made against him? Yes, guys, I am saying all of that shit was bullshit. All of that, you know, oh, Michael Jackson molested my, nah, that didn't really fucking happen. You know why we know that? Because it came out later when those kids are now adults, full adults, by the way, like in their 40s. Now they're telling the truth about what really fucking happened, and nothing happened, right? They talk about being coached by their lawyers on what to say in the courtroom about what happened, right? And you know what's funny about all of this? If all of this, you know, heinousness had went on, if it was real, how come not one of those people were seeking justice, right? They weren't seeking justice or jail time. They all wanted a payout. They all wanted money, right? If your kid, right, was inappropriately touched by even a megastar, right? As a parent, you want blood, right? You want that person to suffer, right? You're not going to take a payout. No, you want them to spend the rest of their life in prison or 6 feet under. You get what I'm saying? So not one parent wanted justice. They all wanted the payout. Don't buy it. I don't buy it, guys. I'm sorry if that's my rant. I'm standing with Michael Jackson on this one. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, because here's the thing. I don't know if they're going to touch this topic in the film. I kind of hope they really don't, but I get if they do it, why they would have to do it. You get what I'm saying? So who knows what to expect? But I do know this: they are going to cover a lot of things, like even down to his skin change, his face change. You know, he has that one disease where it puts like blotches in your face. You know, I should know the name because my grandfather had that same vitiligo. Vitiligo. He had vitiligo, right? And they're going to touch on that, him bleaching his skin, him going through this weird cosmetic change that he went through. You know, I don't really have an opinion on all that, man. I think, look, you could be the most talented man in the world. You could be the biggest megastar in the world. Doesn't mean you don't have your own demons. It doesn't mean you don't have your own problems, man. He was obviously unhappy with the way he looked. You know, he didn't like the blotches. I get that. So he did what he thought would make him look normal. I don't care about that, man. I care about the music, right? When I go watch this movie, I just want to feel. I want to have a good time, right? I want to feel like I did back in the day, right? When I first heard Billie Jean, right? When I first saw him moonwalk across that stage, man, at the Apollo 25th anniversary. I want to see, you know, the making of Moonraker, not Moonraker. I'm sorry, Moonwalker, Moonraker. That's James Bond. Moonwalker, man. Moonwalker was such an interesting project. If you've never seen it, guys, I highly recommend it. It's weird. It's almost like an hour-long music video, but it's just you got to watch it to understand what I'm talking about here, man. You know what's funny? I even love the Moonwalker video game. If you guys remember that, for the Sega Genesis, I even had the Moonwalker fucking video game. Like, that's how hardcore I was, man. And you know what? That game was pretty dope. Like, honestly, like that's not even being biased. That game was kind of fun. So I would love a remake. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But no, I'm wildly curious how they're going to handle this. Now, obviously, him having his family involved in this project, I don't know what they signed off on. I do know there is some controversy with his daughter, Paris Jackson. Apparently, Paris Jackson was supposed to be like, you know, on set. She was supposed to like be there like as an expert to help them out, and she walked off, which isn't a great sign for me. But like I said, I'm going there, man, because I just want to feel something. I want to remember, you know, what that era, what it was like, you know, when seeing him win all those Grammys, right, which they do cover in this. They're going to talk about when he got burned up during the Pepsi commercial. So I'm all over this, man. I'm all over this, guys. If you want to see me excited, y'all, for a film, right? Because I wasn't excited about the He-Man trailer, right? I'm excited for this shit right here. Right? I cannot wait to see it. April 4th, I think it's said, or 24th. But I'm all over it. You know, if you guys are excited, man, let me know. If you guys are big Michael Jackson fans, like your boy, put it out there, man. You know, what's your favorite Michael Jackson album? That kind of shit, right? But yeah, this for me was you know what? I don't need any more trailers after this. This was a great trailer. I don't need to see any more until the movie, right? I don't want anything else spoiled. I don't want anything given away. I just want to look at this trailer and be like, okay, in April, that's where I'm going to be, right? Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Do me a huge favor, y'all. Please subscribe to the channel. You have no idea how much that helps me out. You know, like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. Comment. Please comment, man. I love the engagement. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.